Pierre?
Yeah, start. Hello and welcome to the monthly meeting of the UI Suite initiative. So it's been a long time we didn't talk to each other because it's more than 5 weeks. I hope you got a great summer and you got some rest and some fun, and you are ready to start the new season of the work. So the agenda is the same as usual. I have just added a new chapter for module proposal I want to share with you. Let's start with UI Suite, the common subject between modules. We are still targeting the project browser of Drupal 10.2 or 10.3, but we have time. Maybe we can do some progress during DrupalCon workshop. We did 2 library improvements. It was a bit tricky because when we do that, we want to do it on all the modules in the same time. So it's something we need to synchronize. So we move the admin toolbar links from logs to appearance, and it was already released for UI styles, and it will be released for UI pattern and UI example when we will do a next version. And also we have added links to the plugin definition. So now it's possible when you are defining a component, a style, or an example, to add the link to the upstream documentation or to the license or to external articles. I'm very excited about the last one. Thank you for the team who did that, because in the design system I'm implemented, it's common to have many links for documentation. UI pattern 1. Subcomponent is still the easiest task of the backlog. So you can take it if you want. I can monitor you. I can help you to start. It's an easy task, and it will be very rewarding. But today nobody took it. Once again, if we want to talk about that during DrupalCon, you are welcome. This it's in review by Fabien Potencier from the Twig team. So it's fully managed in upstream. As we already discussed, it's something we need to be sure we are not breaking the component template when we are sending a list of renderable, a single renderable instead of a list of renderable. So I hope we will have some news during the autumn. There is 2 technical subjects with work in progress right now. One very straightforward, it's the deprecation of dynamic properties from PHP 8.2. And I see there is already work ongoing. And one about managing empty field value when there is no renderable in the slot, but still we have a render arrays. So this one, I think if you got a look on this issue, you will meet an issue you meet from time to time, and it's not related to UI pattern. It's related to Drupal core. And it's an issue with 10 years old. It's a nightmare. A lot of people are trying to fix it, and without success, of course. I believe that UI pattern is a good place to fix it. Yes?
Theodore just wrote that it will be a hard issue to fix.
Yeah, it's a hard issue. So I will not take too much time on this issue, but we can talk about this at the end of the meeting. But just to give you some context, sometimes you have rather arrays with only a key and no value. Sometimes you have rather arrays with only hash, cache key and a few value. Sometimes you have only the weight. And this, we don't want this to be true. For example, if I do if description, I want description to be false and not true. So maybe you are familiar with this workaround of rendering description renderable, trimming it, and checking if it's empty. But I believe it will be better to not fix this on the Twig template, but on the on PHP side. So you are welcome to have a look on this issue and tell me if I'm crazy or not to be that optimistic about a solution. There is also a proposal for new setting types for UI pattern settings. So Christian, the links type, I give you an answer on your proposal. So if you want to have a discussion this week, I'm open. And
I will check it.
Yeah. Christian proposal is very interesting because today we are able to map Drupal data to fields easily, and it's harder to map them to settings. We can use token. We can use also a property of settings to make them acting as fields, but it's not as powerful and straightforward as the source plugin we have for fields. So the new data provider plugin, it's the way to go, and maybe it's a first glimpse of what we will do for UI Pattern 2, because in UI Pattern 2, we want to have a source of data from Drupal for both slots and props. So you can have a look. It's very promising. Machine name it's simpler. It's just a string with some restriction. So someone has to add something about UI pattern? One? Let's move on to UI pattern 2. So in the first month, we have a specific chapter for UI pattern 2 because we are starting it. So it's exciting time. So as you know, our goal is to extend SDC because SDC is now in Drupal Core since June. We like SDC a lot. We believe SDC would be a perfect foundation for UI Pattern 2. And we want to add a few features for SDC. Is it me? I'm sorry.
I think it's okay, Pierre.
My alarm, sorry. Okay. Okay, let's start again. So we want to add some mechanism to make SDC compatible with Drupal field building. What we love in UI pattern is we can use UI pattern with view mode, with layout builders, with views, field groups. We can use it also with the theme settings, with flags, with a lot of Drupal API. So we want to take SDC to add the missing feature of SDC, like for example, the variants, and to build plugin types to connect the component to the Drupal API in order to have the same scope of features as UI pattern 1, but with a different technology inside. So we also want to be backward compatible with the existing use of UI pattern 1. We will work in 3 steps. In September, we will work on the specification. We started a document. It's a private document for now. Private doesn't mean secret. If you want to have access to the document, you just have to ask, and anybody can have access. But private means we will not publish it on the information on Drupal.org right now to not mislead some people, because some people, they can read the draft document and they can believe it will be like that, and now it's still a draft. Once the document is finished, we will create issues on Drupal.org, and we will start the public development. Everything will be public and open. So if you want to take issues, and you are welcome. We can work. I think we can work with many people because we have parallel tasks. Also, during DrupalCon, with late October, we will do workshops. And I will be happy to meet you for those workshops. Our dream is to have the first beta for December with a kind of working code base, and to start working on the upgrade path and testing the upgrade from existing theme, for example. Theme. No. What do you think about this calendar? Is it exciting? Is it too fast? Too slow?
It's always too slow.
It's always too
Well,
slow.
it's always too slow, but it's ambitious also.
Let's try. You know, if it take more time, it's okay. We are not in a rush. We want to do something great, but I think a lot of us, and I know a lot of people from the community, they love UI patterns, and they are looking for this new version because first it will be solved the discussion. What about SDC and UI pattern? Is it competition? No, it's not competition. We are two friendly projects, and we want to build UI pattern 2 on SDC. And second, there is some little features we struggle to implement on UI pattern 1, and will be way easier to implement in UI pattern 2 thanks to the new architecture. So it will be exciting.
You just need to update the year.
Yeah. What? We are already in 2023? Oh, time flies. That was crazy. So if you want to get ready for UI pattern 2, as a themer, the most important is to remove preprocess, because there will have no preprocess on UI pattern 2. Why? Because preprocess are forbidden with SDC. SDC was built to make preprocess impossible. So you are not supposed to use preprocess on your project. On the theme we are publishing in Contrib, like Bootstrap, Material, Protocol, DSFR, we have already removed most of the preprocess. There is only a few remaining, and we hope they will be removed soon. So you can have a look. And the second stuff you can do, it's to check if your fields already are already compatible with slots from ADC. That means fields is for renderables, for render arrays. And are your settings compatible with props of the ADC? That means settings are not renderable. There can be scalars, simple value, complicated value like nesting mapping, menu structure, attribute object, but they are not render arrays. So if your fields are all render arrays or plain text, it's okay. And settings are anything but render array, that means it will be compatible with ADC slot and props. And as a back developer, if you use the UI pattern API, like for example, the twig function or the pattern render element, it's okay. We will be compatible with that. It will not break. But if you use some more internal API, like the plugin manager of UI pattern, this will disappear because it will be the SDC plugin manager who will manage the component now. Also, be careful with pattern display form. This trade will have a lot of change and it will not be compatible anymore. So if you use it on your project, it will be something to be careful with. But I think the people who will have to be careful are the people doing module for the contrib, for the ecosystem. If you are just using UI pattern in your project for clients, you must be okay, but still, we will talk again about this subject the next month. Some question? Right. Okay, so why we started the specification in private mode is because sometimes the community can be very excited and sometimes they can jump on some stuff we do. For example, we just learned that the new alpha of var-based component is using UI pattern 2.0, which already today is just some draft, some test, some proposal, and it will have nothing to do with the final UI pattern to release. So we will contact the team, var-based team, to be sure they understand we are not committed for stability, and if they want to join us for UI pattern 2 task, they are welcome.
Maybe we should write it on the page.
Sorry?
Maybe we should write it on the document page, on the Drupal page.
Yes.
Nobody should use it right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now it's just it's
just more a proof of concept.
Yes, exactly. We are testing concept. Yeah. Somebody is using var-base or no? I've seen var-base in some project.
Well, I've seen it in some projects, but painful experience all the time.
Okay, so maybe we can help them to make it less painful with your pattern too.
Yeah, obviously, but they have an interesting migration path from different versions of Bootstraps. So you can, it seems you can easily, with many quotes, migrate from a Bootstrap 4 to a Bootstrap 5 version of that theme, of our themes. But in my experience, we struggled with many things.
Okay.
So hopefully we can help them. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you struggle, you can use the UI Suite Bootstrap team from Florent team. It's a very good implementation of Bootstrap 5.
Yeah. Not that much trouble with it right now. Thank you, Florent.
Okay. Let's switch to UI styles. So we got a new release of UI styles, 1.6, and with a few features, but I will not describe the features now because we have a demo. Florent, are you ready for the demo?
Yes, kind of improvisation.
Okay, so the demo will show you what we can do with block layout, with page from theme settings, and also how you can apply styles to layout region.
Yes, I think I will encounter demo effect, but that's okay. I'm used to that. All right. So first, UI styles block. Initially, it is to allow to apply styles placed with a structure block layout. And later, when some core issues about plugin management will be done to provide more API in terms of plugin and alteration, maybe the block part from layout builder will also go inside UI styles block, but for the moment it is for structure block layout. For example, let's say I will take this menu. This menu, side primary, tools. So now with this module enabled, they are the same for layout builder blocks. We have block styles, block title styles, and block content styles. So I will try to put some background because it is more visual. Background, block styles, secondary subtle, block content, subtle. Okay, let's save. Let's refresh. Okay, all right. So you can see that there is now the secondary for the title, the danger for the block content, but also all that wrapped inside the block wrapper, which has the primary subtle background. Also now, it is currently in the dev versions of UI styles. Yes, now when there is a style that is used, you have this information, so you can easily know where you have styles used. Okay, for UI styles block. Now UI styles page, the same stuff, but for regions of your theme. It goes into appearance, region styles. Here I only have one theme with styles, so it is very sweet Bootstrap. Careful because sometimes if you override the region template, region tweak template, and remove the div wrapper with the print, which prints the attributes object, it will not work. But here, let's take what? Let's take the footer, for example. Footer, background, info subtle. Let's take this one. And for the regions, it is provided by UI styles page. And now, yeah, I can add my classes to my regions. And the last stuff is it is inside the layout builder. So now when you add a region, when you add a section, previously you were only able to add styles on the whole section, but now you are able to add styles also on the different regions of the section of your layout. Success, and this one I will take background. I choose. I forgot which one I chose. Yeah, the section, okay. Inspired blocks. Sorry, I'm a little bit ill. Test. Test. Okay. Two. Maybe the background is too light. Primary subtle, okay.
We can see it.
I think yeah, but we second region background warning subtle. Okay, but for the region as a whole, for the section as a whole, maybe I will take spacing. Where is it? Spacing, padding. Yeah. So
Nice.
you see the save, please. Okay. Maybe I have some bug.
Great.
Sorry, demo effect. I can save the layout. Don't know why, but okay. That's it for the demo for me. You
Okay.
take back the presentation?
I do.
Okay, thanks, Pierre.
Okay, so now when we define the styles, we can use it in layout builder, blocks, region, layout and region. We can use it on Seca editor. We can use it on paragraph, on page, on blocks from block layout, everywhere. At the end, we will cover all the Drupal APIs. So let's talk about something new. It's been a long time. We haven't got a new module on UI Suite. And we think it's time to introduce icons module. Why? Because I think you already know this graph. If you take a survey from the material design team, they did a survey in 2020, which artifacts are included in design systems. 84% of the design system are using icon library. This is the main artifact. But for us, it's the only missing. Style guides, we have it with UI styles. Component library, we have UI patterns. Documentation, we have UI examples. Design token, we have UI skin when those tokens are exposed as custom properties. So we miss icon library. So let's add it. We want icon library. We want to manage icon as first class object because today we are not happy of what we do. For example, let's talk about DSFR, the design system from the French government. DSFR has a big icon list, a very long icon list. What we do is we create a setting for every component using the icon list. For example, button. We can have a button setting, and we put all the value in the setting. Then we want to use the icon also on the chip. So we create an icon setting on chip, and we copy-paste all the value again. And then we want to have a style with icon. So we take all the value of the icon and we copy into the styles YAML file. And every time there is a change, because something was added, something was changed, or because we made a mistake, we need to do the change in every list. And it's becoming complicated. We want a centralized repository of icons, a list of icons you can manage, and you can expose them to styles and components. We want these icons to be both a list of values to be used as props with UI pattern settings, and renderables. So you can inject the icons directly into the slots. And every design system has a different way of creating this renderable. Sometimes it will be an element with a special class. Sometimes the special class will be prefixed. Sometimes there is no specific element. Sometimes the data attribute, it's a mess. So we need a powerful mechanism to be able to build this render element. We also want to manage multiple icon sets, not only a single list, because some design system has 2 or 3 or 4 icon sets. For example, DSFR is using its own icon set, but optionally can use open source icon set as complementary. Some design systems, they use icon set for symbols, with different from the other icon set, and this kind of stuff. We want to be able to do a manual declaration of every icon of a set, but also to have automatic discovery from, for example, the SVG files from the fonts. And of course, we want library pages for the people to have a look on the available icon for each icon set. So it's a lot of expectation, but you can imagine if we have that, it will be very powerful, and we can do so much better than today. It will be a 6 module. So it will be considered as other module of the suite. And we have a good news, maybe it's a good news, I don't know yet. Then we are investigating since June, and we found icon set module with already very good. You are declaring the icon set from YAML, and the YAML format is very similar than the one we already use for UI pattern or UI styles. Icon or list of values. We will need a new setting type to capture this list of values, but it's already available from the icon set API. There is a very clever and powerful mechanism to build render elements from icons. It's perfect. We just have to use it. And of course, you can use multiple icon sets, and every icon set can have its own settings. Of course, because it's called icon set, the module. So it's the purpose of the module. There is automatic discovery mechanism, which is also very nice. Maybe we have to extend it a bit. There is some stuff missing, but it looks easy. There is no manual declaration yet, but it will be just a new discovery. There is no library pages. And unfortunately, there is dependencies to complicated, heavy module, and okay. It's not very clean, the dependencies, but still, it's a good starting point. Maybe it will be inspiration from us. Maybe it will be a dependency. Maybe it will be the collaboration. I don't know, but it's a good starting point. Do you have some question?
Yes. I'm not enough in the current architecture of the different modules, so maybe my question is a bit naive, but from my understanding of the conversation we had together, Pierre, I understood that UI Suite is mainly built over a plugin approach.
Mm-hmm.
And is the fact that the current icon set module more based on configuration entities, well, YAML declaration in themes, is it configuration entities or not?
No configuration
Right.
entity. No, it's YAML declaration of plugins.
Okay, so Oh, of plugins. So it's fully compatible with the current thing. All right.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you
my
very much.
mistake because I did. You can have different configuration for icon set, but I was not talking about. It was not configuring from Drupal. It was in your YAML when you are defining your plugin. You have a lot of parameters you can set.
Okay, great. So we stick on this plugin definition architecture.
Exactly,
Nice.
exactly. On UI Suite, we don't want to introduce config entities. Maybe we will do one day. It's not taboo, but it's not our goal. Our goal is to allow the front developer to build, to implement a design system by describing plugins.
All right. Thank you very much.
So yes, there is a question.
Yes, another question, sorry. Is there also already or planned integration with CK Editor 5? Because I know that, for example, with the Font-Awesome module, which is by the name only dedicated to the Font-Awesome icons, there is an issue for CK Editor 5 plugins to allow to insert icons inside the rich text editor. Is there one for also icon set that is planned? Or, yeah.
I don't know, but we will have a look. We will add on the requirement list.
Thank you. I don't think it is done because it is very hard. Seeing the struggle only, for example, in the case of Font-Awesome, I guess to have something ultra generic for any kind of icons, I think it will be quite hard. So I don't think it is already implemented, but if it at least it is planned, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Or maybe it will be done later in the future.
Yes, we can have a look on the issue queue and contact them. Anyway, if we pick icon set as a starting point, we will contact them first to congratulate them because very nice module, and also to see if we can participate upstream. Maybe they want a library page. Maybe they want to have a manual declaration of as a discovery. So maybe we can participate to their module instead of working on our side.
Of course.
Layout option. So there was a new release of layout option, and we reached 1,000 installed. So congratulations to the team. And I think it's only a bug fix, no?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And since after that, we had 2 new issues that I still did not have the time to give a look.
Okay.
Yet.
Okay, so maybe we will have more to talk about layout option next week. Also, this issue is haven't moved for a few months, so let's keep it. UI skins. So UI skins, we have the CSS variables, we have the theme management, and the page layout. We agreed last month page layout to pause it and to maybe to find another way of managing it. We talked about page manager last month. Nothing new. Maybe we can. It's a pause anyway. So let's talk about that in a few months. UI examples. So I think I miss. Okay. UI examples. Okay, nothing new. And what about the team? So Bootstrap 5 got 2 releases. One last week and one this week. The release of this week is just reverting one of the features.
Yeah, it is 2 things. Fixing one warning for starting from Drupal 10.1, which is more strict about libraries declarations, and when a library, especially for external libraries, you declare, for example, the license of the library, etc., it requires a URL. So that's for this warning, but mainly reverting the modal automatic support and styling, because when doing, for example, a custom link, we're using the Ajax API to open a link in a modal, etc., it's working, but we did not test with, for example, layout builder, and it provokes a JavaScript error when trying to use layout builder and the off Canva. So reverting that for the moment.
Okay. Great. Yeah, a lot of change on Bootstrap 5 this summer, and also on DSFR. So we didn't release before the meeting, so that's why I'm not able to share with you a complete slide of features. But we deal with 25 issues last month, and 6 new interesting features. So beta 4 will be a great release for DSFR implementation. And most of the work was done by new contributors, 3 people from ECD. So thanks to them to participate that much to this theme. On the community side, this also didn't move, but I think DrupalCon will be a good moment to have this talk. I'm presenting at DrupalCon Europe. It will be similar to what I did on Drupal Dev Days, but better, because I got some feedbacks and I will improve the presentation. It's not related to UI Suite, but I talk a lot about UI pattern anyway. So I do my self-promotion today. And our Slack channel is still growing, so welcome to the new people. Did I forget someone for DrupalCon? Is someone of you is presenting something? No? Who is coming?
I'll be there.
I'm coming.
Nice. Ah, hello.
Si, Alien, c'était toi.
Okay, Alien is
Yes.
very okay. Sneaky.
I was close to kick you because we had a bot at the beginning. I wasn't sure.
Okay, so let's meet there. It will be great, and I hope you will, Vincent, you will come to my I don't know, also in English.
Talk.
Thank you.
All right.
Sure.
Someone before Michael is proposing a date for the next meeting. Someone want to add something? Someone has a question?
No, it was great, Pierre. Thank you again.
If someone wants to stay after the meeting to talk about the renderable issue, when a renderable is empty but still it stays true when you test it on Twig, I have time to share. Yeah, Florent, for example.
Sorry, I want to come back to something you on the slide on UI pattern, because there is an issue. No, let me share you the screen maybe.
Okay.
About these recent issues about PHP 8.2. My concern is not about specifically PHP 8.2, but maybe more that it highlights that with Drupal 10.1, we have some problems with Twig template suggestions, because I hope I will be able to see that. It is especially, I think, this part. or not. Sorry, I forgot, because Drupal 10.1 is more strict, stricter. I don't know. No, more strict about template suggestions, to ensuring that, for example, that each part in the template suggestions are separated by 2 hyphens and no more any kind of underscores. So where is it? No, it is not this one. Sorry, I don't remember. Yeah. And so, for example, there's problems is there are hyphens in pattern machine names.
Plugin ID. Okay.
Plugin ID. Sorry, thank you. Yeah. So I hope we will be able. By Mathieu. Maybe it will be a breaking change. So yeah, just to be careful about that.
Yes, but I never saw myself plugin ID with hyphen. I think maybe it was allowed, but it was not a common practice, no?
I hope so. I hope so. Maybe it is only a test in UI patterns, but it is possible. But now it should not be possible anymore. But yeah, there will be a subject to fix later. Yeah.
Hello, Sharik. Nice to have you on board. Okay, Florent, I think we need to follow the restriction. If it's strict, it's good, and maybe we can do a change notice for users. But it's not about UI pattern. All Drupal plugins from core and contrib will be
template, tweak templates. Yeah.
Okay. All Drupal plugins which are used as a name of a tweak template.
Yeah, I think it is
for example,
related.
Yeah. So there is no so much example. Because for example, yes. Entity type is a Drupal plugin, and when you have node, node of course it's okay, but entity type, hyphen view mode, entity type, if you have an hyphen inside, it will break.
Yeah.
The type is a plugin ID.
I think. But need to check deeper to ensure it is that.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a Drupal level issue, but we need to alert the users of UI pattern.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So thank you, everyone. So next meeting will be after DrupalCon, the 24th of October. I will send you the invite.
Okay, yeah, it's better after DrupalCon.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sharik raised his hand, Pierre.
Yeah.
No, just I want to like.
Okay.
Thank you.
Just wanted to say hello.
Yes.
Are you coming to DrupalCon, Sharik?
No, not yet.
Unfortunately, okay. So we will meet
some other
in another opportunity.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
Thank you. See you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.